today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Cam Newton and the Tennessee Titans versus Cole McDonald and the Cleveland Browns.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out, the rookie 7th-round pick from Hawaii. It's Cole McDonald.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing on first down. McDonald, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. Got a man open. It's KJ Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down. McDonald, and that is incomplete.
McDonald's pass intended for Antonio Brown.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Browns 3, Titans 0.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Yeah, this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time, he had a guy average about 40 points a game, and he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, McDonald. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns 3, Titans nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Newton. Then Amendola with a catch. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. With it is Brown. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, McDonald. And this one's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
operating from the gun, McDonald. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald, it's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's McCoy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, McDonald, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And operating from the gun, McDonald. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Titans, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, Newton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Jackson on the coverage.
To throw again. Newton. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, McDonald. And Jones has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, McDonald. And now he'll tuck it and run. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that is incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
By Kenneth Murray. A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
That's the end of the first.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Taysom Hill has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
another run here with Sanders.
31-yard line.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
from the gun. Newton. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. McDonald drops this one off to McCoy underneath. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald, the left side completion to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, McDonald. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, McDonald sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, McDonald, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run on 1st down. McCoy, and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They run again with Peterson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald, he'll bite, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Oh, McDonald sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 4th down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will make our score 9-0.
Browns 9, Titans nothing.
Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now Newton on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. And incomplete.
Newton's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Casey Hayward on
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Newton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
number 25, LeSean.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
On the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald, hard throw, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will bump up the lead again to 12-0.
Titans nothing.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Golden on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Newton finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
Newton's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw, Newton steps away. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Newton. Left side here to Sanders.
Newton's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. On 4th down, Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, Peterson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Cleveland, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.